Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of the Knitter's Guide to Crochet. This lesson is going to cover both increasing and decreasing for single and double crochet. So let's get started. Let's start with increasing. As you may know, to increase in knitting, you're going to knit into the front and the back of the same stitch to make 2 stitches where there was 1 stitch. It's basically the same way in crochet. So let's start with single crochet. Make sure to yarn over on your hook and chain 1 and turn. Now let's simply single crochet the first stitch. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops on a hook. For this next stitch, we're going to increase it. So this is the stitch we're going to be increasing, the second stitch. To increase with crochet, you do exactly the same thing that you would do in knitting. You're going to crochet into the same stitch twice. Now with knitting, you need to go through the back loop for the second portion of the stitch. You don't need to do that with crochet. You can simply single crochet once and then single crochet again into that same stitch. And now we have 2 stitches made out of 1 stitch. So do 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and I'll show you how to increase up close. Right here you can see where you stick your stitch into. So do 1 single crochet and then stick it back into the same hole and do another single crochet. This will make 2 stitches out of that 1 stitch. Continue single crocheting across, and then I'll show you how to increase with double crochet. It's the exact same thing. You're going to do 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So since we're doing double crochet, chain 2 and turn your work. Now with double crochet, we always skip this first stitch because the chain 2 counts as that first double crochet, unless your pattern says otherwise, of course. So do a double crochet into the second stitch. And in this third stitch, we're going to increase. So all we're going to do is do 2 double crochets into the same stitch. So as you can see, there are now 2 double crochets coming out of this 1 stitch. As you know with knitting, there are different ways to increase. There's a make one where you with knitting, you'd pull up a loop and knit into it. There are also different ways to increase with crocheting, but this is just the most basic way. If a pattern wants you to increase in a certain way, they will explain it to you. And if you know the basics of crochet, it's pretty easy to grasp it. Now when you decrease with knitting, usually you knit 2 together. It is the same for crocheting. A really easy way to decrease when crocheting is just to skip this stitch. So you're going to skip this one and just double crochet into the next stitch. However, as you can see, this creates a hole in our fabric because I skipped a stitch and kind of pulled it like this. So you can decrease and not make the hole. So what you're going to do is you're going to crochet these 2 stitches together into 1 stitch. So yarn over on your hook, because we're going to do the double crochet 2 together. Insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over on your hook, and pull through both loops on your hook. Now we have 2 stitches. Usually we would yarn over and pull through these 2 stitches to make a double crochet, but we're double crocheting 2 together, so we don't do that. You're going to yarn over on your hook again, insert your hook into the next stitch, so not this one, this next one right here. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Now we've double crocheted these together, see how they make that little V? But we don't have a hole. So continue double crocheting all the way across. And now we will do the single crochet 2 together for the decrease in the single crochet. Chain 1 and turn. And now do a regular single crochet in that first stitch. to single crochet together. You can also skip that stitch and just single crochet into the second one. This does create less of a hole because the stitches are shorter, they're closer. But if you want to single crochet two together, you're going to insert your hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop, then insert your hook into the second stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. This is a single crochet two together. And of course, just like knitting, there are different ways to decrease, but this is just the most basic way that you can do it. And it seems to be very similar to knitting, at least when I look at it. You're still crocheting two together, just like you would knit two together. So I hope this video on increasing and decreasing in crochet has been really helpful to you. And if you have any questions, feel free to Skype with me or leave a suggestion or a question, comment, whatever, in the description box below, and I will get right back to you. Have a great day!